the world and culture is moving faster than it ever happened before. And it's kind of scary even. You're going to be left behind.
Just to start with, this has been one of the most intense learning experiences in my life. And I've been through university, I went to law school, and it's simply just based on the amount of information that you have to digest. And this is not a course that you can go through just passively. You really have to put in a lot of work, just much like a university degree. Knowing the information and all the knowledge that Derek will teach during this course will definitely be helpful for the rest of your life. And I have to give a warning that, if you join this course, it will be very hard work. You would have to have, you will lose some sleep, you will struggle, there are times where you think, oh, you don't know what's going on. But once you push through that, I feel like it will be a very enriching experience and something that, you won't forget for the rest of your life.
Elvie says, a couple of thoughts on problem-solving abilities, adaptation to new environments, and management of insecurities. Well, you know what? Your fears and insecurities aren't going to help you accomplish your goals, except to the extent that they're a motivator that you're like, fuck this, I can do better. Other than that, they're a waste of your time. Other than that, it's really a waste of your time. So, you got to adapt to new environments. The world's going to change quicker than it ever changed before. The world's changing more rapidly because of technology. The world and culture is moving faster than it ever happened before. And it's kind of scary even. And if you don't understand how to make money in various economies, if you can't adapt to a different environment, you're going to be left behind. Because, artificial intelligence is going to replace a lot of people's jobs. Well, first, outsourcing is, because now when everybody's working from home, work from home, well, now they don't have to hire people and pay San Francisco wages or Manhattan wages. Now they can hire somebody anywhere. They can pay, Kansas City wages or Des Moines, Iowa wages, okay? And then what's going to happen is they're going to realize, a few months later, they're already realizing this, by the way, like, you know what? Why are we paying somebody in Kansas or Nebraska or Iowa or wherever that we never see in the office anyway? Why don't we just hire someone from India who has better technical skills and can do an equal or good job as this person that we're paying over here? And then they're going to pay the Indian instead. All right, and nothing wrong with that. But then, if you live in you're not going to collect Western wages working from home. You're not going to collect first world wages working on the internet. So those second and third world countries are going to collect that money. And then they're going to lose their job because anything that artificial intelligence can take over, it's going to. So, those jobs aren't safe either. So, if you're making Manhattan money or San Francisco money, and you think that's just going to maintain, you're going to have a really tough time. You're going to see real quick, and it'll be too late by then, but you're going to see really quick that, first your job gets outsourced to the Midwest, and then to India, and then a computer does it. And if you're not learning new skills, if you don't understand how to make money in those various economic situations, if you can't deal with turmoil, if your career is your only income, it don't matter if you're a doctor of something. It doesn't matter if you have a graduate degree. If your career is your only income, you're in deep shit. You're in deep shit. And the world's about to pass you by. You're in deep, deep shit if you only, 2 income sources is not enough. 2 is too close to 1, and 1 is too close to none. 2 income sources is not enough. 2 income is not enough. You're going to be in deep shit. I hope nobody here is that silly to think that, oh, I got a good career, Derek. I don't have to worry. I don't need to learn about financial markets. Derek, I got a good career. I don't need to invest in real estate. Derek, I got a great career. I don't have time for entrepreneurship, Derek. My career is just so great. You're about to lose your career, a lot of you. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. I'm sorry that you're having, I'm sorry you have that delusion for those that might. Mercedes says, I work from home with elderly. I was told anyone can get in the business of buying a home and recruiting clients with disabilities or disabled elderly that the government funds. What do you think of a government-funded businesses? Well, they're dangerous. It's a double-edged sword. In the short term, I know what you're talking about, Mercedes, and there's a lot of funding for that. And you might make a fortune in the short term. You might make a fortune. The only real barrier is getting the licensing. You get the licensing, then you get the grant, and then you can do what you want. You're going to make a lot of money probably. Very good chance you can make a lot of money with basic business skills. That said, You know, there's a lot of people going into that space, you know, because of the baby boom retirement in the United States. A lot of people are going into that type of space, and you're going to have more and more competition there over the long term. And then, you know, say 20 years later, you know, you have the baby boomers are died off, and you're going to have overcapacity in that space, and it might not be as valuable as it is today. It probably won't be, in fact. It probably won't be as valuable as it is today. But that doesn't mean you can't make a lot of fucking money between now and then. And, you know, and that's enough time for you to take that money and invest it in other things and make a lot more fucking money. Second thought is, and this is a little more advanced, but for people that understand private equity models, if you built the business like you're talking and grew it a little bigger, a little bigger, a little bigger, you know, when there's a consolidation in that space, which happens in waves, it's happened already, but then more will happen and then more will grow, and then it'll happen again in the future. If you could be a part of one of those consolidation waves, when private equity companies buy up all the small things, all the small businesses like you're describing, you know, if you own a few locations and you sell that to one of these, you know, private equity investors, they'll pay you tremendous money. They can pay tremendous money because they'll pay you more than anybody else in the market is able to pay you. They might pay you 8, 9, 10x what your EBITDA revenues are. So, I mean, there could be tremendous wealth there if you manage it well.
The most valuable so far to me has been fundamental analysis. So learning how to actually value companies and, you know, find market opportunities. Because right now, you know, the market's really undervalued. There's tons of, like, you know, companies on sale, but, you know, how do you filter between the shit companies and the good companies? And the lessons we've done combined with, like, you know, all the exercises, the homework we've had to do have really helped me, like, you know, learn how to spot these companies, and I actually built like a nice portfolio of companies to invest in. And that was really the main thing I was looking for in this program, because, you know, I'm at a point in my career where I have a significant amount of, like, spare money I didn't spend, which I'd rather, like, invest in something and just leave it in the bank.